Chinese businessman shot by thieves after refusing to let them into his restaurant. A Chinese businessman who was shot by thieves after he refused to open the gate to his restaurant in Diego Martin on Thursday later succumbed to his injuries. Keng Lang Feng, 47, of LP 159 Evergreen Drive, Diego Martin, was accosted by three men, all dressed in hoodies, outside Yang Ha restaurant on Evergreen Drive at about 8:55 p.m. The men announced a robbery, but Feng, a Chinese national, refused to open the gate to the restaurant. One of the suspects shot him in the right side of his upper back before the trio fled the scene. Feng was taken to the St. James Medical Complex where he died while being treated at about 11:40 p.m. Officers of the West End CID, led by PC Morris, visited the scene where crime scene expert WPC Durkheim retrieved a 9mm shell. Acting Corporal Philip of the Homicide Region 1 is continuing investigations. Jilted lover sexually assaults ex-girlfriend with hot pepper. Police are searching for a man who sexually assaulted his ex-girlfriend with a hot pepper after she refused to rekindle their relationship. The suspect, a 41-year-old man of Berridge Trace, South Oropouche, has been on the run since the incident on Wednesday. The woman sought medical treatment at the Point Fortin Hospital after the attack. A police report said that the woman met the suspect around 5:30 p.m. and together they went out to celebrate his birthday. The suspect asked the victim to plait his hair, which she did. He attempted to rekindle their relationship, but when she declined, an argument erupted. The report said that the suspect grabbed a hot pepper and assaulted her. The suspect dropped the victim at her home and drove off. The victim raised an alarm with relatives and she was taken to the Point Fortin area hospital for treatment. Police officers met with the woman at the hospital and took a statement. PC Constantine is continuing investigations. 2 men killed by police during high-speed chase after supermarket robbery. 2 men were shot and killed by police officers on Thursday afternoon following a high-speed chase in the Cunupia area. Guardian Media understands that a party of police officers responded to a report of a robbery in progress at a supermarket at Monroe Road. The 5 suspects, on seeing the responding officers, managed to steal a car from the scene of the robbery and sped off. The police gave chase, during which one of the suspects was seen with his head out of the front seat of the stolen vehicle shooting at the police's vehicle. The chase continued through Chinchin Road onto Boy Cato Road in Las Lomas No. 1, where the vehicle with the suspects crashed. Police said the men exited the vehicle and continued shooting at the officers, who returned fire. 2 of the men, while escaping, were shot and killed on the scene at Boy Cato Road. The others escaped. Police said a firearm was recovered from the scene. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of the other suspects can contact the police at 555-800-TIPS or 482-GARY. Spiritual advisor charged with raping 14-year-old boy. An Arouca spiritual leader and his friend, charged with raping a 14-year-old boy, were remanded into police custody when they appeared before San Fernando magistrate yesterday. Cordell Rossant, 26, of Princestown, and Kia Vincent, 24, of San Fernando, were at the Princestown police station when their cases were heard virtually. Rossant, a spiritual leader, was charged with 2 counts of sexual penetration, 1 count of sexual grooming, and 2 counts of causing a child to engage in sexual activity. Vincent was charged with sexual penetration. According to reports, Rossant became friends with the victim and his mother. During December 2017 and July 2019, the boy spent time with Rossant. During that time, the accused men took the boy to a basketball court in St. Margaret, where one of the alleged offenses occurred. The boy told a friend who reported it to his mother. The woman reported the incident to the Child Protection Unit, and following an investigation, WPC Nicole St. John arrested and charged the men. During yesterday's hearing, Sergeant Ramanan objected to bail, asking for time to search the men's records to ascertain whether or not they had previous criminal charges. Spiritual advisor and salesman charged with raping 14-year-old boy. A spiritual advisor has been denied bail on 5 sex charges against a 15-year-old boy. Cordell Rossant, 25, yesterday appeared before San Fernando Senior Magistrate Rajendra Rambachan. The spiritual advisor faced charges of sexual grooming and causing a child to twice engage in sexual activity between May 2018 and December 2019 by allegedly causing the minor to join him in a sex act. He also faced 2 charges of sexual penetration of the boy in 2019. Rossant was jointly charged with salesman Kia Vincent, 24, with one of the sexual penetration charges. The offenses were laid by PC St. John of the Child Protection Unit. The matter was prosecuted before the court by Corporal Ramanan. The men from San Fernando were remanded into custody for the tracing of their criminal records. The 2 will next face the court on Monday. Man charged with robbery and rape of pensioner is denied bail. A 40-year-old man appeared virtually at the Princestown Magistrate Court charged with robbery and rape of a 76-year-old pensioner. Shane Khan of Princestown was remanded in custody when he appeared before Magistrate Indira Gosin Min0r. According to police reports, around 10 p.m. on February 25th, it is alleged that a 76-year-old pensioner of Princestown secured her home and retired to bed. She awoke shortly before 5 a.m. on February 26th and observed a man in her bedroom who demanded money and jewelry. He began to struggle with the victim. The victim lost consciousness and awoke approximately 15 minutes later undressed on her bed. She made a check and discovered her cell phone, a quantity of TT and U.S. currency, and 1 Amazon tablet missing from her bedroom. The victim was subsequently medically examined at the Princestown District Hospital. Personnel from the Princestown CID, spearheaded by Sergeant Tilak, under the supervision of Inspector Phillip, conducted inquiries and formally charged the accused. The matter was adjourned to Monday, March 29th. Arouca man shot to death by fake cops in home invasion. A 22-year-old man was gunned down at his home by men pretending to be police officers. Police said the victim was Sydney Villarreal of Windy Hill, Arouca. According to a police report, at about 1 a.m. on Thursday, Villarreal was at his home with his mother and brother when they heard a loud banging outside the front door. Villarreal's mother asked who was at the door, and a male shouted, "Police," and instructed her to open the door, which she complied. 2 men, both armed with firearms, then stormed in and walked to the second room in the house, where they dealt Villarreal's brother several blows to the head and instructed him to lie on the ground. A short while later, several gunshots rang out. The gunmen then ran off. Villarreal's brother got up from the ground a short while later and discovered his brother lying on the floor with multiple gunshot wounds to the head. He died on the scene. A motive is yet to be established for the killing.